Hello friends, welcome to NEOMENTORS IAS. Myself Pruthvi, I teach public administration. Okay, right. So first of all, public administration optional, okay, is very popular option. Very popular optional. Because according to the UPSC itself, the very percentage of success is about 7 to 10% according to the annual reports of the UPSC. There are scores of rankers who scored more than 300 marks. And public administration as an optional, which is so compact, okay, because the very completion of reading and understanding the concepts of the public administration is very easy and very within the short span of time you are able to understand all these things. So in this class we are going to have a brief understanding of the scope of public administration as an optional. How does it benefit you? We are going to understand these questions here. Why public administration is best optional? Is it easy to score 300 marks? How does it benefit your GS preparation? And not only that, how will your journey be with NEOMENTORS? These questions we are going to address in this particular session. Okay. Before we understand how public administration is beneficial to you as an optional, let us understand what is public administration. Public administration is nothing but managing the affairs of the state, managing the affairs of the government. Okay. Public administration, it means public means government, administration means management, okay, or administering the government. So when you become IAS and IPS officers, or you be part of central administration or state administration, you fall under the definition of the public administration. Okay, so public administration is very key function of the government, because without administration there will be no implementation of the policy. As you know, political science and public administration are having a deep connection. Political science talks about the very organization of the statecraft, how the statecraft actually functions, the politics as a study, political science. Whereas the public administration is part of the political science which locates itself only to the implementation of the policy. That's why public administration is so interesting subject. Really, you will wonder, the very concept of the public administration, they are very much thought provoking. They will drive you deeper into the practical functioning of the government, very minute aspects of the government or administration that will be better understood by you. Not only because of your the very quest for the knowledge and information, the public administration as an optional is very much beneficial for you people, because most of the concept of the public administration are scattered across the general studies papers. All the 4 general studies papers are having the one or the other connections with the public administration as a syllabus. For instance, you take general studies paper 2. Do you know, apart from the international relations, approximately up to 50 marks it will be coming from the international relations. Remaining rest of the 200 marks, these are directly coming from the polity and governance. Do you know, the optional paper 2, that is Indian administration, the public administration paper 2, that is Indian administration, covers almost all the aspects of the polity and governance. Not only that, the public administration is a kind of interface across all the subjects. You take sociology, history, philosophy, any subject you take, you will have a connection with the public administration. For example, the Riggsian concept of comparative public administration deal with the societal issues, the social composition and the various actors in the society, how they influence the administration. Okay, the Mughal administration in the paper 2 is direct reflection with respect to the Indian administration. You study as a part of Mughal administration, Mauryan administration. Okay, Not only that, the paper 2 of the public administration entirely covers, except few topics of the polity such as citizenship and fundamental rights. Even the constitutionalism covers fundamental rights. Except few topics, it will be covering every aspect of the polity. Not only that, internal security, because we study law and order administration, financial administration, we study in the economy. Likewise, you can see more and more weightage in the public administration because of its deeper connections with the other general studies syllabus. So, studying public administration will be enriching you not only with respect to the knowledge and information regarding the system, but also it will be helping your preparation out, because within a shortest span of time you will be covering most of the GS topics. For example, general studies paper 4, if you try to look at. In the general studies paper 4, especially the case studies and the practical aspects of the administration can be better understood because of the public administration as an optional. And the very vocabulary you develop out of the administration and very, the linguistic skills you develop out of the public administration with respect to day-to-day governance aspects, you can get the command even in the essay paper as well. So, with a single bullet, you are able to target multiple things at the same time. So, hence, public administration is the most important subject and very, very, better subject, a better alternative compared to the other optionals. But there are certain things, people generally come across certain myths. Public administration does not give you much scope for the marks in the mains, that is in the optional. But in fact, it is completely not true. Okay, it is untrue. Why? Because see, it depends upon the teacher, it depends upon the material, it depends upon the approach you are having. If you have the better teacher, better classes, better information and better test series, definitely you will be able to master this public administration. And those people who like the logic, those who like those students who like to learn more concepts than the factual things, you come to the public administration, you will see a different world altogether. Okay, because if you try to look at the organization of the public administration, it is divided into two subjects. Okay, two papers. Okay, paper 1 and paper 2. Okay, paper 1 talks about the theory, paper 2 talks about the practice. Theory in terms of how the public administration must be, how the administration must be, how the organizations must be developed, how they must be organized, what must be the internal functioning of the organizations, what is a better method to administer the people, okay, or what is a better method to manage the organizations, how to deal with the crisis, how to manage the crisis, okay, and what are the techniques in the administrative practices. These are better dealt under paper 1, okay. And in the paper 2, the paper 1 concepts have to be applied in the paper 2 in the context of Indian administration, okay. So, it will be dealing lot of things, okay, all the polity concepts, for example, president, the governor, okay, not only that, the constitutionalism, okay, center-state relations, rural government, urban local government, okay, law and order administration. Likewise, all these topics are covered in the paper 2. In fact, if you learn the public administration, nowhere you feel these are not familiar to me. Nothing will be strange that will be visible in the public administration. For example, we talk about Simon decision making, okay. What is the theory of decision making? If we learn, we will come to know what is a rational decision, what is irrational decision, what is fact, what is value, how to make the decision rational, how to take the better decisions, because we can relate everything to the day-to-day life. Suppose if I go to a shop, if I am required to make a decision regarding the clothing, for example, you just imagine, okay, there will be different conditions of the decision making. Suppose shopkeeper is there, okay, and the price of the goods is one factor, and the time at which you have gone for the shopping another factor, and the people who are accompanied with you, that is another factor. In this way, in this particular decision making premise, you are going to make the decision. In these conditions, how the decision will be right, how the decision will be wrong. Suppose if I am so submissive person, if I am easily influenced by others, I may choose the clothing that is recommended by others. So in this context, is it rational or irrational? Definitely it is irrational, because I am not driven by my own judgment, because I borrowed the judgment of others. Okay, you did not have the proper balance between the fact and value. Okay, fact means it is a universal truth, value means it is nothing but the opinion of others or your subjectivity, your own bias, or you have been influenced by any other situation in this particular situation or circumstance. In this way, you can connect the theories to day-to-day life, and you have to apply these theories into the Indian administration. Suppose if the governor makes any decision, okay, if the governor uses any indiscretion, okay, how is it correct according to the administration? Okay, how the decision can be better, how it can be the better decision, where the problem is involves, where the problem is involved. For example, you just understand, in the public administration, we will learn about unity of command. In the name of unity of command, what we understand is there must be one boss for an individual worker. Okay, it means any individual worker or any individual person or any subordinate person must be bound by the orders of the single superior. If it takes the orders from multiple superiors, definitely there will be a confusion. This particular situation, this particular theory must be applied in the practical conditions. For example, you take MPDO, Mandal Parishad Development Officer, okay, who is the officer for the secretary for the Mandal Parishad, okay, which is an intermediate panchayat. In fact, he is an officer of the state government. At the same time, he is a secretary of the Mandal Praja Parishad. Okay, so here he has the conflicting roles. One, he has to abide by the commands of the state government. On the other hand, he has to implement the decisions of the Mandal Parishad. Suppose if any conflict arises between Mandal Parishad and state government, whose decision is to be followed? Definitely state government decision is to be followed. Tell me, in this particular situation, whether Mandal Parishad development officer, this position violates the unity of command or not? Yes, unity of command, because he has the two bosses for the same work. Got my point? In this way, you will be practically applying the paper 1 topics in the paper 2. Okay, and both papers are very much beneficial for GS and also for the essay paper as well. Okay, so that's why public administration remains to be popular option, and it will be the popular option as well. But unfortunately, because of the lack of proper hand holding, proper assistance in the classroom, proper test series, people are not able to take the right choice. But indeed, this NEOMENTOR IAS Academy is going to offer you the better choice, the better alternative to choose the public administration as an optional, and we are also going to provide good mentorship. Okay, we will not leave you behind. Okay, we will try to assist you, we will give you hand holding support in the course of understanding the subject and applying the concepts in the form of answer writing. Okay, so I hope you understood the public administration is able to fetch you more than 300 plus marks in the optional paper. You know, this 300 plus is not that much big number or not that much big figure. Okay, because it is just about 60% of the marks. Okay, scoring 60% in the public administration is very easy, but the condition is that you must know the art of writing. You must know the art of understanding the subject. Indeed, in the classroom, I am going to give you the detailed understanding, okay, how you have to apply the knowledge and information, how to understand the subject, okay, how to make the notes, how to decode the question, okay, because we are not going to disconnect the classroom teaching from the examination requirement. Every topic, when I discuss with you, I will also discuss the questions in the previous years. Okay, so that you will easily understand the demand of the examination, and you will also assess whether the classroom teaching is sufficient or not. Okay, this kind of guarantee we are going to provide you. Okay, so that's why I hope you understood the public administration as an optional, very beneficial, not only in terms of its own potential as an optional, but also its a connection with the other general studies papers. Okay, look at the brief syllabus introduction. I will provide you another video regarding the detailed discussion of the syllabus. Okay, so this is what paper 1, where you will be learning meaning, scope and significance of the public administration, and administrative thought. We will be discussing about various theories. In fact, you must understand, just about 20% of the similar will be disfamiliar or not familiar to you. Okay, only just about 20% of the syllabus. Remaining 80% of the syllabus, both in the paper 1 and paper 2, are very much familiar to you when you study other general studies papers. Okay, and you know, sir, you may ask me, sir, general studies paper already we are getting coaching and classes, then how does it make the difference? Definitely makes a difference. Okay, suppose if you study law and order administration, we will be deeply going into various issues and various current affairs also. Okay, that will be making so much beneficial in the answer writing for the general studies. Okay, so that's why you will be getting a lot of benefit, and these concepts are also very much important in the paper 4, because in the paper 4, that is general studies ethics paper, you have to write the case studies regarding the work culture. So if you want to have the better work culture, what must be the prerequisites? What are the preconditions? These are better explained in the form of these kind of theories. Do you know, actually UPSC already contemplated to make the public administration as another general studies paper, but later UPSC has dropped that particular option of making the public administration as a 5th paper of general studies. Reason is, public administration syllabus has the reflection in the other general studies papers also. I told you already, paper 2 we have the direct relevance, paper 3 internal security, paper 4 ethics and integrity. So public administration got scattered across all these subjects. That's the reason why it has not been made as a 5th general studies. Otherwise, it would have been made as a 5th general studies paper. So hence you can understand. This knowledge, especially with respect to administrative thought, if you try to look at, this will shape your personality. This will increase your rationality of thinking. It will also enhance your logical understanding of the things. So that's why it will be having a direct reflection over your personality also. Suppose when you are answering the interview questions, you can have the rational knowledge and rational answers for the questions posed in the interview. Okay, so in this way you will be having a lot of edge over the other optionals. Okay, right. So this is what chapter 2, chapter 3 administrative behavior, which talks about techniques of making the decisions, communication, motivation theories. Okay, and organizations. Okay, how the organizations are there. Suppose you see departments, corporations, companies, boards and commissions. This is all about government functioning, right? You are not learning anything new, except first, second and third chapters. All the chapters are having the direct connection with the general studies. See here, accountability and control, citizen and administration interface, role of media, interest groups, voluntary organizations, civil society, citizen charters. You see, these are all the topics you can come across in the ethics paper as well. Okay, and general studies paper 2 as well. And look at administrative law. Very, very important subject indeed it is, because you just observe general studies paper and questions and optional questions. You can find the similarity. You can find the similarity both in the context and also dimensions of the questions, but you need to be little different from general studies answering. I will be teaching you how to write effective answers in the examination. Okay, you know, if you attend these classes at the NEOMENTORS, you will be getting 2 gifts. One is you will be having very clarity teaching. We will never compromise at teaching, because we will take at least few more classes than completing the classes early. Okay, suppose we will be completing the public administration syllabus within 5 months, but still if we want to make the justice to the students, we will take no stone unturned in elongating or protracting the classes or extending the classes. Okay, so that particular promise we can give. Okay, so in this way, administrative law, delegated legislation, suppose decline of parliament is another topic in the general studies you generally study. So we can look at the decline of parliament by means of delegated legislation, decline of legislature by means of tribunals. We can find many relevant dimensions in the public administration this way. Comparative public administration. Truly, you will be able to learn, you will be able to unravel a lot of truths about public administration, lot of myths about public administration. How these public administrators will be dealing with various types of values. How the social conditioning is influencing the decision making by the public administrators. That can be reflected in the comparative public administration. Okay. Not only the development dynamics, because public administration is nowadays it is becoming so much dynamic after the impact of liberalization, privatization and globalization. Okay, right. So it means what can you see in the context of LPG? You can see the concept of state minimalism. State is minimizing its role. State is shrinking its role. Okay, and it is giving more scope for the market. For example, in Hyderabad, 5 rupees meal is not being implemented by the government. It has been given to the Akshaya Patra Foundation. Policy role is preserved by the government itself, whereas implementational responsibilities are given to private sector and market and altruistic and voluntary organizations. So it means the very idea of government functioning has seen very big change after the liberalization, privatization and globalization. You can see these kind of things in the name of development dynamics. This will be introducing very interesting topics, okay, which are having a direct link with the general studies paper 1, where you will be able to learn what is women in the development and development of the women. Okay, what is the role of bureaucracy? What are the voluntary organizations? See, this is going to be a gift for you, because it will be saving your time. It will be infusing a lot of confidence, because you will be enriched with a lot of confidence and information. The information which we provide as a part of optional, it can address your essay topics as well as the general studies topics. Nowhere you will be able to get these kind of content in other subjects. Okay, suppose if you study sociology, it will be giving exclusive knowledge about the society and other things. If you study political science, yes, it looks like it is giving comprehensive information, but still it is handicapped with respect to the relevance with respect to other general studies papers. Okay, geography, very technical. Okay, and you can find specific issues with every optional, but in fact it is the only optional which give you the larger scope to study the general studies in the name of optional. Just you are giving a different tag to this subject, that is optional, but other than this particular tag, everything is same. Okay, right. See here, comparative public administration. Okay, development dynamics, personal administration, where you will be learning how the administration is recruited and how they are trained, what are the disciplinary issues, the center state issues regarding the regulation of the civil services, all India services, issues pertaining to that. Okay, role of civil services in democracy, in the general studies you will be learning. Simply in detail you will be learning in the personal administration. Public policy, what is public policy, how it is made, because public policy is also general studies subject. So you will be delving little deeper into the policy matters, okay, which will be giving you a lot of confidence. Okay, not only the technique of administrative improvement, how the administrative improvement can be done. Financial administration, this is nothing but economy topics, monetary policy, fiscal policy, role of the Reserve Bank of India, role of the government. Okay, and not only that, what are the things that you are able to come across very recently in the economy, their utility, their beneficial aspects, their disadvantages, all you will be learning as a part of this particular financial administration. We will not only be discussing the very basic terms associated with the subject, we will also be linking dynamically with the current affairs. Okay, right. So in the paper 2, you will be learning the Indian administration. Look at Indian administration. See here, evolution of Indian administration. It is directly nothing but history. Okay, historical perspective of administration, like Kautilya's Arthashastra, Mughal administration, British administration. Okay, the relevance in the present day's administration. Okay, this is very much helpful in the interview also. Okay, right. Not only that, philosophical and constitutional framework of the government, salient features, value premises of the constitution. See, you are directly learning constitution as it is. Okay, which will be saving you how much time? Time to study the portion covering 200 marks, which is something extraordinary. In fact, okay, 200 marks are pocketed ultimately the moment you choose the public administration optional and right teacher for the sake of public administration. Okay, right. So bureaucracy and developments, role of civil services in democracy. Okay, in the general studies paper 2. Public sector undertakings, which has a direct relevance with respect to general studies paper 2 and also economy. Okay, right. Union government and administration. Okay, so which you know better. So paper 2. Okay, plans and priorities. Okay, role of planning commission, economy. The economic concepts are very much well covered here, and state administration, okay, and district administration after independence, the role of collector, okay, role of Panchayat Raj institutions, urban local government, okay, law and order, the position of the SP versus district collector, okay, the very fundamental and conceptual issues we are going to deal, okay, and civil services, constitutional position, structure, recruitment, training. So usually come across all these things in the newspaper. So it is very easy to update the information about the public administration, because you commonly find this information in the newspaper itself. Okay, so updation becomes very easy. And financial management. So the same thing we have learned as a principle in the paper 1 and as a practice in the paper 2. So this will be going to learn together. Okay, and topic number 10, administrative reforms since independence. Do you know, second administrative reforms commission reports are very, very important for your ethics paper and general studies paper 2. Not only that, even for the internal security as well. Most of the students will find very difficult to connect these SRC reports, ARC reports to the general studies. But when you attend the public administration classes, if you take the public administration optional, you will be trained in applying the ARC recommendations in the answer writing. The very habit of that particular linking definitely give you a very big spillover effect in the general studies. Okay, so we will be studying the reports on your behalf. Okay, you don't require to take all this burden onto your shoulders. Indeed, we are the people who provide you very simplified notes and very simplistic understanding of the Administrative Reforms Commission. So you can take it for granted. Okay, and 11th topic is rural development. Okay, yes, institution, agencies since independence, the aspects about decentralization, program strategies. In other words, we will be learning all the ministries, not only this particular topic, not for the sake of this topic. We will be having the interconnectedness among all the ministries regarding the administration and development. Okay, in that process, we will also be discussing a lot of central government schemes and policies. Okay, that will be having a very profound impact even in your preliminary examination. Okay, so in this way. Okay, and lastly, it is urban local governance. Okay, so you know the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act deals with this urban local government, and we will be defining all the important terms associated with the syllabus. Okay, and you may get a doubt, sir, already we go through general studies classes and we will learn the general studies, but indeed, how does this optional benefit your general studies answer writing? You know, having just information and acquiring the information and writing answer is different. Having the foundational knowledge and principle based knowledge, if you have in the mind, you will come up with the innovative answer writing practice. Okay, suppose if I know the very importance of decentralization, why the decentralization is important, what is principle of subsidiarity, what is the principle of subsidiarity, how it acts as a basis for the decentralization. If I have this particular knowledge and information, I will be able to better judge whether the local self-governments are functioning in a right manner or wrong manner. What are the problems? What are the issues? How to tackle them? So it means when you study the public administration, you will come up with a solution-driven approach. It is not problem-driven. You just don't maintain the problem as a problem. Rather, you will come up with the practical solutions and practical suggestions so that the very experience of the people to be increased as far as the administration is concerned. Okay, so in this way we are going to deal the public administration very minutely and every topic with a detailed notes. Okay, you don't afraid of this optional, you just attend these classes. Simply by means of the classroom notes you are able to crack your civil services. It is very much assured, more than 300 marks will be assured for this public administration if you follow the classes and if you write the notes and if you revise the notes and with a pinch of other reference books. The moment you got the art of connecting the current affairs and public administration, connecting paper 1 and paper 2, where I am very much skilled person in doing that, the moment you learn these things, definitely it is going to become a game changer for your civil services preparation. Okay, with this positive note, Jai Hind.